Hi, hello and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Veronica and I'm a big lover of makeup, so if you want to see more reviews, looks and more fun videos, don't forget to subscribe. In today's video we are talking about products that I probably will not repurchase, so if you are curious about that, please keep on watching. I decided to film this video because we have videos about favorites and we have videos about fails. But what about the products in the middle? Products that are not favorites, not fails, but they are just meh. So today we are going to talk about the products that are in the meh category, products that I will probably not repurchase, products that I will probably not buy another shade of, or something in those lines. So let's start with some lip products. Actually, I have like 5 actually. And let's start with some glosses. Right now I am buying some lip glosses and some lip oils because I want to have some newer ones in my collection. And I found that these 3 are just in the meh category, and they are all 3 described as lip oils. And in my opinion, they are just kind of useless because I have like a cold right now and my lips are kind of dry, and these 3 are not hydrating my lips or something like that. They are just meh. They are just in the okay category. And the first one is the NYX Fat Oil. Like I said, this is just okay. It's not a bad product, but is not thick enough, and that goes for the other 2 as well. They are just not thick enough and they are not hydrating enough. In my opinion, I just prefer others. I prefer my Sigma one if I want something hydrating, and if I want something with color, I will reach for my NYX Milky Gloss or something in those lines. So this is not it. This is the clear one and I just don't like it. And this one as well is not hydrating enough. I took this one with me when I went home for Easter and it was not hydrating my lips. I did reapply this one a bunch of times throughout the day and it was not that helpful. This is the Trigwell Cosmetics and I have the one in Grape. This smells like grape candy. I love the smell of it and that is practically it. I like the smell of it. It's not hydrating. I'm not gonna repurchase this. I will use them up because I want to finish the products if I can, and for lip oils and lip glosses it's pretty easy to finish products that I'm buying, so I will finish them up, but I'm not gonna repurchase them. And it goes for this one as well. This is the REM Beauty lip oil in the shade Pickin Petals. Pickin. I don't know what that is, but it is this one that looks like this. I think this smells like roses or something very close to that. It has a really nice applicator that is staying cold, so it feels nice on the lips, but again, not hydrating enough and it's just meh. So I'm not gonna repurchase any of these. And then I have another gloss. This is a bit different. This is just gloss from NYX and I have the shade Pomegranate Clout in this one. It is a red. I do like the shade of it. I am applying right now a million glosses. I like the shade of it. I do like this one better than the other 3. This one at least adds a bit of color, but again, nothing special. And if I want something with color, I prefer the NYX Milky one because that one is a bit thicker, it stays better. This is not staying on the lips the best, but if you want one gloss from these 4, I do recommend this one over the others, but for me this is just, again, just okay. Is not my favorite. Let's finish with lips and I'm gonna mention this one. This, I think at some point I did recommend this one because it is a nice product, but I realized that it's not the right product for me. It is a nice formula, but not for me. Let me explain. This is the Rare Beauty Matte Lip Cream. This is in the shade Inspire. First of all, the shade, absolutely beautiful. It is a beautiful bright red. I absolutely love this shade. But this lip cream is just not dry enough for me. I prefer a liquid lipstick, or I like a bullet lipstick. Nothing in between. It is longer lasting or creamy and comfortable. Something in between, not for me. Next, we have some eyeliners, and the first one is the Natasha Denona Macro Tech Eye Crayon. Again, nothing wrong with it. It's not in the fails, but it's just too expensive. I can't justify the price of this one for a black liner. Come on, I can buy a black liner that is a nice black liner at half of this price or even less. So because of that, I'm not gonna repurchase it probably, and I will use it up because it is a good pencil. I'm not saying that it's a bad product, it's just too pricey for what it is. And then I have a Cupio eyeliner. This is long wear gel eyeliner, and I disagree with that, and it's the shade Vivid, so I have a purple one. Again, not a fail. You can use it, it's not unusable, but it's not lasting the best. I need to apply it multiple times to get this color, so not a fail, but not a favorite either. Then I have an eyeshadow base. This is the Juvia's Place Eye Prime, Eye Prep Eye Prime, and again, nothing wrong with it. I just prefer my Sigma one. This is just a bit too liquidy, so maybe it's nice for a cut crease or something like that, but I'm just not reaching for it. I just like the Sigma one a million times more, and I'm not gonna repurchase it. So I just want to mention it in here. If you like the LYS eyeshadow primer, you will probably like this one as well. And I did like the LYS, I do like this one, but I prefer my Sigma one. So that's the reason I will not repurchase this one. Let's go into some base products. I have a foundation. This is from the Project Pen actually. It is the Charlotte Beautiful Skin Foundation. And this is a nice foundation, but it's a bit heavy. And if you ask me, I prefer the NYX foundation. I am actually wearing the NYX foundation today. That is a glowy foundation, but it's like a third or even less of the price of this one. And I really like that one. So why would I pay the price of this one? It's just a bit heavy. Not my favorite, but again, not a fail, because it is looking nice on the skin, but it's just not my favorite. And I have a concealer here. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Active Wear Concealer, and I really don't understand why I don't like this one more, because it is an affordable concealer. I do like this applicator. It is a liquidy concealer, but it's just a bit sheer in my opinion. It smells a bit alcohol-y. So maybe it is a combination of those two factors, but it's just not my favorite. So again, I'm not gonna repurchase it. It's not a bad product, but it's just not a favorite. Next I have a powder, and this is in the Project Pen as well. I'm not gonna show it too much because I don't want to spoil the Project Pen, even though probably the Project Pen is going live before this one, but whatever. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and again, nothing wrong with this powder, but I don't prefer pressed powder right now, and if I want a pressed powder, I prefer the NYX one. That one is just a bit better, a bit more lighter weight. I do like the packaging of that one more, because this one is a cheaper plastic and you have a sponge on the lower part of this, and I just don't prefer that. So overall, I prefer my NYX powder, so that's the reason I'm not gonna repurchase this one. Next I have a bronzer. This is the ABH Cream Bronzer. I have it in the shade Golden Tan. It is a bit older. I'm smelling it right now just to see if it is, if I need to declutter it, if it's too old. But I like this formula. It is blendable, buildable, everything is nice about it. You get a really nice amount of product in here. but I just prefer the one from the drugstore, the Revolution one, and I prefer the REM Beauty one if I want something from Sephora. So it's just not my favorite anymore, because it was at some point one of my favorites, and it is a nice product, but I'm not gonna repurchase it because I like something else over it. Next we have the LYS blush. This is the Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush, and I have the shade Confident. This is okay. It is in the project pan as well. It is nice. I just prefer something else, something a bit more blendable, and I don't like this packaging because the triangular shape, it's okay, something unique, but I will not be able to put my brush in here at some point, or my sponge, so I just don't love it. It's not my favorite blush, so I don't think I'm gonna repurchase it or buy another shade of this one, and it is what it is. Then I have the REM Beauty highlighter. I bought the green one. This is the shade Mama Earth, and it is a nice highlighter. It's just a bit too dark for my skin tone. It's a bit powdery in my opinion. Is not my favorite formula of highlighter, and it is a topper, so I think I am okay with this green one. I don't need other shades, and when this will be too old to use, I don't think I'm gonna repurchase it or buy another shade, because it's just not my favorite formula. Lastly, I have two palettes, and for these two palettes, if they would disappear randomly, I would not repurchase them, and I'm gonna explain why. The first one is the LH Cosmetics Daybreak, and I don't want to say that this palette is a fail, because maybe you like satiny shades, but for me it's a bit disappointing. I really love this shimmer, and I do like some mattes from here, but this is a satin, this is a satin. They are pretty boring shades. This shade is pretty hard to blend. I have a gray in here, not my favorite color. This shimmer is pretty okay and creamy, but it's just a normal shimmer. I'm just not in love with this palette. If this would disappear, I will be okay, and I will not repurchase it. This is actually pretty expensive as well, so it's just not my favorite. And in the same category, I put this one. This is the Cool Matte Obsession from Huda Beauty. And first of all, it is a full matte palette. It is what it is. I knew that from the beginning, but it's not my favorite palette because of that as well. And you get these two cream shadows in here that are just creasing on me. And again, I don't want to put this in the fails, because you can use one of these cream shades and put one matte on top, and you have a pretty simple eye look, and that probably will not crease depending on your lid creases and depending on how much product you put, because if you put a thin layer of this and then some matte on top, it will probably be fine, but it's just not my favorite. The mattes are pretty nice, but it's just a pinky nudish color, so nothing really special about it. So these were all the products. I did talk pretty fast in this video, I don't know why, but these are in the meh category, nothing to write home about, and I wanted to talk about them because sometimes we are missing the middle part. We are talking about fails, we are talking about favorites, but we are not talking about other products that are just not that interesting or not that good, but not that bad either. So I hope this video was helpful, and if you liked it and you want to see more from me, please subscribe and give it a like, and I will see you next time.